Second law is very important. Entire chapter, entire physics depends on the second law only. Okay, so in the second law of physics is there. When some external force are acting on object, then net external force is equal to rate of change of linear momentum. This is the second law of Newton. This is the Newton's second law. When some external force are acting, so there are so many, more than one external force are acting, even one can be the external force acting. Then net external force, what is the meaning of net external force? Net external force is nothing but, first external force plus second and third and like that. Suppose that n external forces are acting, n number of forces acting on the body. So we cannot say that always one force is acting, one force is acting on the body. It can be any number of forces. It can be 2, it can be 3, it can be 4, it can be any number. It all depends on the situation. Clear? So this is the net force. Net force is equal to what? Rate of change of linear momentum. This is the actual thing. Rate of change of linear momentum. Do you know what is a linear momentum means? Linear momentum of the object. Suppose that there is an object of mass m is moving with velocity v bar. I am writing vectors only, all are vectors. So direction also is there. Okay, very good, Akila. So then what is the linear momentum of object is defined as? Linear momentum of object is defined as, what we can write down? P bar. Actually P is the representation. P bar is equal to m into v bar. Okay, na? Mass into velocity. We call it as linear momentum simply. So there are two things. One is called as instantaneous, other one is called as average. So let us see. So what is the rate of change of linear momentum? What is the meaning of rate of change? Whenever you see the term of rate means with the time. Yeah, with the time or by time. Correct. Very good. Rate of change of linear momentum means this net force is equal to rate of change of momentum, which is dp bar by dt. Change in momentum by change in time. As it is changing with the time, we call it as what? Rate. We call it as what? Rate. So that's why I write down external force is equal to dp bar by dt. This is actually second law. This is the second law. So net force we can write down d by dt of, I can write down m into v bar. P bar I can write down m into v bar. Now see, this is something like an u into v method. It is u into v method. So I think, I don't know how many of you know this, how many of you remember. So d by dx of u into v, u into derivative of v plus derivative of u into v. U into derivative of v plus derivative of u into v. Am I right? So this is the, what is that? UV rule. Then what is the derivative of this? U into v, m and v bar. I can write down m into dv bar by dt plus I can write down dm by dt into v bar. Okay, clear? Check this once. So net force is equal to m into dv bar by dt. So I have taken the m, dv bar by dt. Now dm by dt into v bar. U into v derivative, u derivative into v. Okay, you derivative one term and you leave the other term. So this is the external force. You can write down anywhere. Anywhere you can write down this is the external force. Okay, first copy it. Then I tell you why F is equal to ma is called as second law of Newton. Second law of Newton is nothing but F is equal to ma we say, na? So let us see why we call it as in that way. So net force, it's not a one force. Okay, it all depends on how many number of forces are acting on the body. If more number of forces are acting on the body, then you have to find out what is the net force. That net force will be equal to dp bar by dt. Rate of change of linear momentum, we call it as what? Net force. Now finally what is the net force we got? We got the net force is equal to m into dv bar by dt plus dm by dt into, I can write down v bar. Okay, this is the net force value we got. Now I am taking the one important case. If mass of the object is constant, mass of the object is constant. So you may ask me that, sir, mass of the object is always constant, why you are writing it again specially? We cannot say that mass of the constant is always, always applicable. Suppose if I are taking the rocket case, okay na, rocket usually what, most of the rocket is filled with the fuel. Suppose let us say this is the fuel, okay na. So rocket mass is, let us say, 100 kg, fuel mass is 900 kg initially, where so there is no need that mass has to be constant always. Mass can be variable also. Mass of the object may increase, may decrease also. I tell you that. Okay. So I tell you the example. So this is the example I am taking. So now rocket is fired from the ground. If rocket is fired, what is the initial mass? Initial mass is 1000 kg. Now as the rocket is going up, what happens? Fuel will get burned. Am I right or not? After some time, after gone to so much of height, then what is the rocket? Rocket may have something like this. This is the rocket. Rocket mass does not change. What the rocket mass is? Rocket mass is 100 kg only. But what happens to fluid? Fluid level will come down. So now fuel will decrease, fuel mass. Now fuel is having only 100 kg. Then what is the mass of the rocket now? What is the mass of the rocket? Mass of the rocket will become 200 kg. Think about this, is mass of the rocket is constant or variable? Mass of the rocket is variable, not constant. Mass of the rocket is not constant. Okay na? Not constant, and moreover it is decreasing. So that means we have situations where mass of the object is not constant. So there is no rule that mass of the object is always constant. On the road, some water tanker is going on. Let us say it has some hole. Then what happens to water? Water continuously drains out. Then lorry plus water tanker plus water mass keep on decreasing. So something like mass can be variable. See, ultimately what I wanted to say is mass can be variable. So there is no need that mass is constant. There is no need. But most of the times mass will be constant, like remote, water bottle, rocket without fuel. Rocket without fuel, it's constant only. Okay, so both the situations we are having in our syllabus. Rocket is there, this principle is there, even this principle also there. If mass is constant, then how to do it? If mass of the object is constant, what is the dm by dt value I can write down? What is the derivative of constant? 0. If you are derivating the constant, 0. Or else in simple terms, if mass is constant, then what is the change in mass value? dm is change in mass only, na? dm stands for what? dm stands for change in mass. Now what is the change in mass value is equal to 0. As mass is constant, mass is not changing. As it is not changing, we can write down change value 0. dm by dt is equal to 0. Then what is the net force value I can write down? I can write down that net force is equal to m into dv bar by dt. Remaining term goes to 0. Okay, na? So then net force is equal to m into, what is dv bar by dt stands for? A bar, acceleration. So this stands for acceleration, rate of change of velocity. So it is an acceleration. So as this is an acceleration m into a bar, then what is the magnitude of net force? The magnitude of net force you can write down m into magnitude of a bar. This only we write down as, most of the people will write down as F is equal to ma. Okay, na? But F is equal to ma has some story behind it. So when you have to write down the F is equal to ma, see, don't remember F is equal to ma. You remember like net force is equal to mass into acceleration. Net force is equal to mass into acceleration. It's net force, not force. If you have more number of forces, you have to find out the net force value. then net force is equal to mass into acceleration of the body. Okay, understood? Net force is equal to mass into acceleration. When we have to apply? We can apply this if mass of the object is constant only. Mass of the object is constant. Okay, so I keep on say one thing, that physics, everything will works under some conditions. Remember, each and every formula, each and every result will be under some conditions only. If conditions are maintained, then only we can apply those things. Here F net is equal to m into A. This is the formula, you can say. Most of the people will use it, but this tagline will be missed. But you people try to remember the taglines also. So manaki title F net is equal to ma, and the tagline is mass of the object is constant. All of you did? So whenever somebody is asking what is the second law of Newton, what you will say? Should not say that F net is equal to m is equal to a. If you are saying the F net is equal to m is equal to a, then you need to understand that mass of the object is constant. Then only you can say this. Otherwise, what is the second law of Newton? Rate of change of linear momentum is equal to net force. Remember it. Okay.